I've got some chickens coming, and I need to build a get the brooder ready for them. And I've always done this in the spring when it gets kind of cold, but right now it's 100 degrees outside, and so they're going to need a lamp on them at night. But even at night, I don't think they're going to need a full strength brooder lamp. So I'm going to make up this dimmer that can be used for that or really anything else. And to do that, what you're going to need is just a dimmer switch, and you need to get one that's for incandescent bulbs because these are incandescent bulbs. If they weren't incandescent, they wouldn't give off the heat that you need. And this is a cord. You know, I like to reuse stuff, so this is a cord off of a computer that someone was throwing away. You could use an extension cord, lots of different things. This is an outlet that I scavenged off of something, but you could buy a duplex outlet at Home Depot, and if you bought an extension cord instead of this, you'd have some extra wire, or you could cut it off and then cut it again here and give you enough wire to make these little pigtails. And then a gang box, 2 gang box, a plate to go over the front of it, and that's it. You're going to have a drill to drill a hole for the cord, or you could just push it through one of these, but I'm going to drill a hole for it because that way I can secure it where it can't be pulled out. So, all right, let's get this started. First thing we need to do is cut this off. And this is an 18 gauge cord. If you look on the sides of them, let's see, like it says right there. Let's see. Hang on, maybe I got it upside down for you. I think that's it. Okay, right there. See, it says 18 AWG. That's the 18 gauge cord. The lower the number, the more it'll carry. So an 18 gauge cord is lighter than a 16 gauge cord, or than a 14 gauge cord, and a 12 gauge cord is even heavier than that. So, but an 18 gauge cord is pretty small. I think it's really the smallest extension cord you're going to find, but it will run 1200 watts, and this dimmer only does 600 watts. So this cord's going to be plenty heavy enough for what we're doing. Alright, so I'm just going to drill a hole in the side of this, like that. Stick my cord through. I tried to do a hole that's, you know, just about the right size. So it's a little tight. That's alright. Okay, now I'm going to take a utility knife, and I'm just going to split this a little bit. You don't want to go too deep. You don't really want to run into the insulation of the other wires in there. You just want to cut that outer coating. Okay, there we go. These are wire strippers. You can get them, they're real cheap. And you just strip the end. You just bite it down part way and then pull. Alright, now I've got to get my dimmer. Alright, I had to grab a pair of scissors to cut this thing free. This one comes with 2 knobs, ivory and white. Okay, there's the Scotch locks and the 2 screws to put it together. Okay, so in here is going to be a wiring diagram to tell us how to wire this thing. Alright, so it's showing that the hot wire, which is going to be the black wire of this, comes to the black wire of right here, see right here. So the black wire comes to the black wire from power comes to the black wire of the dimmer, okay? And then another black wire comes off the dimmer. I guess it doesn't matter which one. And it goes to the lamp. Green one goes to ground. And the white one comes straight from the plug to the lamp. So our lamp is going to be plugged into this outlet, so I can use two different lamps. I got some Bantams coming, so that's going to allow me to do them both in a separate area. This one's got a little extra wire in there I need to get out. You of course won't have to do this part. Okay, so the black, if you look at an outlet, there's a gold side and a silver screw. Silver screws on one side and gold on the other. The gold is the hot side, or the side where you're going to put your black wire. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is follow our diagram. Hot wire, the black wire from our plug goes to the black wire of the dimmer. Okay, so we're going to pull this little piece of insulation off the end, and we're going to get our black wire from our cord. We're going to put those together, and now we're going to twist those together. Just like that. And we're going to put a Scotch lock on the end of it. Just twist it down until it's nice and tight on there. Okay? Then this wire is going to go to the gold side of our outlet. I'm just going to cut this off. I don't need near that much length. I'm going to strip it back a little bit. I'm going to take the other black wire. This is the other black wire off of our dimmer. I'm going to take those two and I'm going to twist them together. And then I'm going to put a Scotch lock on it. Okay, so now when we plug in our outlet, we'll plug our outlet in, it comes down the cord, goes in the black wire of the dimmer, okay? And then it comes back out the black wire of the dimmer into our outlet. Okay? Now all we've got to do is hook up the white side. So let's see, I'm going to cut this off. Give it a little bit of... Now you could just take the white wire and just hook it directly up to your outlet. But I got a little extra wire on there, so I'm going to use it. Okay, and then you put your Scotch lock on. You always want to make sure that when you look at your Scotch locks that you don't see bare wires hanging out past this where they can short together. Okay? And then the last thing we have is our ground wire, and we're going to take it and twist it together and hook it to this ground wire. And we actually need, let me get a ground wire to go from here. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll move them both over to here. It is important which way you wrap these. See how I'm wrapping it? Like looking at the top, I'm wrapping it clockwise around there. And the reason that's important, let me get a screwdriver. The reason that's important is when you tighten it down, it will actually pull the wires tighter underneath it. If you don't twist in the correct direction, it'll push them out from underneath there when you tighten it down. Okay, so there we got it. Alright, so now we need to do something to keep that from being able to be pulled out. So all I'm going to do, I should have done this before. I'm going to tie it in a knot. Try to get enough cord that I can actually do it. Okay, if I had done this before, it would have made it a lot easier. So there, I've just got a knot in that cord. Pull that nice and tight, like that, okay? And then pull it down. So that's down in there good. Okay, and then there's no way that cord can get yanked out. And now we just need to get all this stuffed down in the box. Let's see, I would rather have my dimmer on this side, I think. Just like that. Okay, so we take the screws. Okay, got that on. Then we just screw this in place. That dimmer was, I think, $5, and this box was $2. I had the outlet and the cord, so you know, for way less than $10, we got it. Okay, I got a lamp. Let's plug this dude in. Alright, hang on just a second. There we go. All the way up, and then it'll dim down. That's off. So this one clicks off, and then that ought to do it. And you can use this to dim a lot of different things, mainly bulbs. People use them sometimes to dim like a drill or something like that, but this thing only does 600 watts, so you can burn it up pretty easy. Alright, well, I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching.